Welcome once again to Exam Study Hacks. In this video, we'll be learning how to solve simultaneous equation using the elimination method. So this class is simply simultaneous linear equation masterclass, and I'm sure that by the end of this video, you will never have a challenge solving simultaneous equation using elimination method. So we move. Now let's look at the practical application of what we are talking about, the market mastery. So imagine you are at the market, maybe somewhere in Lagos in your neighborhood, and you see two shoppers, and you have this is the receipt 1 to 3 shirt plus 2 books. The cost is 1,850 Nigerian naira, and you have receipt of 2 to be what? 5 shirts plus 3 books. In the first one, you have 3 shirts plus 2 books. So you can see you have 2 variables here, shirts and books. Here you also have another variable, 2 variables, shirts and books. Or let's simply say 2 different items, shirts and books. And here you also have shirts and books. These are 2 different items which we can actually assign variables to. So, and here we have 1,800, and here we have the cost of these 5 shirts plus 3 books to be 2,800. This is a perfect example of simultaneous equation, because here you have 3 shirts plus 2 books, and the cost is 1,850. So what is the cost of 1 book? You may not know. So if you don't know the cost of 1 book, you may not know the cost of 2 books. Then here you have 5 shirts plus 3 books to be equal to 2,850. So how do we find the cost of one item without guessing? So it shouldn't be a guesswork because you may not be sure. And that is exactly what simultaneous equation will help you do. So if we solve this simultaneously now, then we'll be sure of what 1 shirt will cost and what 1 book will cost. And that will be that will really help us to find the cost of 2 books, or maybe the cost of 5 shirts without trouble. Alright. So, and having taught thousands of students across the Cambridge curriculum, I know exactly where the speed bumps are in algebra, and I'm going to help you conquer it. So today I'm showing you the elimination method, the fastest way to cancel out noise and reveal the what and the answer. So let's look at the core principle, which is the scale. This is exactly how this whole thing works. The law of the scales. Algebra is just a balanced scale. So what we do to one side, we must do to the other side. So I tell students that everything about math is fairness and justice. So here we have x plus y to be equal to 10. What does that mean? It simply says we need a value for x and a value for y such that they will be equal to 10. So we are saying that the left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. So we must get a value that will be true for this. And in this case, we are saying x minus y should be equal to 2. So we are going to look for single value of x and another single value of y that will be true for equation 1 and equation 2. So how do we do that? Now, here we can say by adding the equation. Remember, we can add, we can subtract. It all depends on how exactly what you want to do. That's what I want you to master. If you master it, so knowing the right operation will not be a challenge for you. Here I know that if I add instead of subtracting, if I add, this is what I'm going to get. Like, what does it mean to add? If I say x plus x, I'm going to have 2x. Then if I say y plus minus y, y plus minus y, I'm going to have 0. So I've eliminated y, and that is what elimination method is all about. Then I'm going to say 10 minus 2, that will give me 12. So by doing that, I can simply get a value of x, which will be 6. Sure. Now, that is just a preamble. So let's look at the 4 steps master plan. This is all you need to know if you want to solve simultaneous equation without any error. The first one is, you can see the equality symbol. So that is the match. Make the coefficient of one variable the same by multiplying. Make the coefficient of one variable the same by multiplying. I'm going to tell you how that works. Then here we have either you plus or you minus. That is plus or minus. So how does this really work? Add or subtract. The equations to eliminate a variable. So for me to eliminate a particular variable, maybe I want to eliminate y or I want to eliminate x, I'm going to either add or subtract. But I'm only going to work with something which operation, maybe the particular operation that will give me what I want, depending on the variable I want to eliminate. Then here you solve. That will be the step 3. Find the value of the remaining variable. By the time I'm getting rid of one of the variables, I'll be left with one, and solving for it will not be much of a problem. After which, I'm going to substitute. So put the value back into an equation to find the second one. So you can pause the video and copy all this down. Copy all this down because it's going to help you. Now, operator's choice is just your choice, add or subtract. It all depends on your expertise because you can go either way. All what matters is, are you able to eliminate one of the variables? So this is where most students get stuck. So look at the simple rule you're going to use. Signs of coefficient, different signs. You go like here I have plus y and minus y. So same sign. Here I have 2x and 2x. So when I have different signs like positive and negative, I'm going to add. Because I know by adding I'm going to eliminate. Why? If I say plus y minus y, obviously it's going to give me 0. Plus y minus y will give me 0. It's just like saying y minus y, and that will give me 0. Or 1y minus 1y will give us 0 for sure. So you see, I'm adding. Now here I have 2x and 2x. So I am going to subtract because I know if I say 2x minus 2x, I'm going to have a 0. Remember here we said y plus minus y. Y plus minus y. It's y plus minus y that will really eliminate this. Because there's a minus y. If I say y minus minus y, I won't get rid of y. Don't get confused. If I say y minus minus y, I won't really eliminate y. So I added, and that is saying y plus minus y. That will give me a 0. But in this case, I have positive, positive. So if I say 2x plus 2x, I'm rather going to get 4x, which will not work. So all I need to do is to subtract. I'm going to simply say 2x minus 2x, and that will give me 0. Let's take a quick example. So let's look at this practice. Remember, it's by practice that you're really going to master this. So for Cambridge exams, speed is vital. So by day 5 of consistent practice, your mental load drops by 60%. Leaving more time for tricky word problems. So all you need to do is to practice more. So let's look at this problem. This is a perfect example. We have 4x plus y to be equal to 14. Then 2x plus y to be equal to 8. So step 1, same sign for y. You can see plus plus. So what we say when we have the same sign, we said we're going to subtract. So we're just going to subtract. So if I say 4x minus 2x, I can bring it here. 4x minus 2x, and this is 4x minus 2x. Then I'm going to say y minus y. Y minus y. Then what connects them? I'm just saying plus. So y minus y. Then I'm going to take my 14 minus 8. So if I do that, I'm going to have 2x. Y minus y becomes 0. So 2x is somebody going to be 6. Because 14 minus 8 is actually 6. So now, what is the value of x? If I divide both sides by the coefficient of x, if I divide here by 2 and here by 2, so x becomes 3. So now I've gotten the value of x. I'm going to find the value of y. I'm going to substitute back into any of these equations. It could be into equation 1, equation 2. The choice is yours. So if I substitute x equal to 3 into equation 2, at least I'm seeing that equation 2 looks simpler. So wherever I see x, I'm going to put 3. So 2, this is 2. Instead of writing x, it's going to be 3. 2 plus 3 plus y will be equal to 8. And I'm going to make y the result of formula. So 2 times 3 is 6. So what happens here? So what happens here is just for me to know that this becomes 6, and I'm going to have y. I'm going to have y to be equal to what? To be equal to 8. So what happens if y remains here and 8 is where it is and 6 crosses? switch crosses, what am I going to have? Y obviously will be equal to what? Equal to 2. And that's how we arrived to here. I think it's easy. So we can solve something more complex than this. Let's say we want to solve something more complex than this. Now, I want you to look at this. These are the things you're going to use to check your accuracy. So did I multiply the whole equation? Did I verify by substituting back? Did I check the same sign rule? Are my variables aligned vertically? So let's say I have 2x plus 3y to be equal to, let's say this is equal to this pick any number, and x plus 2y, and x plus 2y, let's say x plus 2y is whatever, using the number, let's say 3. Now, how am I going to eliminate? Assuming I want to eliminate any of the variables. Here I have 2x, here I have 1x, so I can't eliminate it. Here I have 3y, and here I have 2y. So what do I do? So that's what we are saying. I'm going to multiply, I'm going to switch coefficient. If I want to eliminate y now, I'm going to switch coefficient. For equation 1, the coefficient of y is 2, so I'm going to use 2 to multiply a whole of equation 1. Now, here, coefficient of y in equation 1 also is 3, so I'm going to bring it to multiply equation 2. So by doing this, I'm going to eliminate y. So let's try it out. So 2 times 2x would have given us, that would be 4x. And 2 times 3y will give us 6y here to be equal to 2 times 8, which will be 16. Remember, you're going to multiply the whole equation. So that's what we are saying. Did you multiply the whole equation? Now, let's multiply here. 3 times x will give us 3x. And 3 times 2y will give us 6y. And 3 times 3 will give us what? 9. So now we can subtract. Remember, it's the same sign. We say when it is the same sign, subtract. So if I put a minus here, 4x minus 3x will give me x. Then 6y minus 6y becomes 0. So I've been able to eliminate, you can see I've been able to eliminate y. Now, 16 minus 9. What is 16 minus 9? 16 minus 9 will obviously give us what? 7. So x is equal to 7. So we can use any of this equation now to find the value of y. And when I want to use equation 2, yes, I want to use equation 2, which is x plus 2y will be equal to 3. So I'm going to substitute 7 for x. So I'm going to write 7 plus 2y equal to 3. 7 plus 2y is equal to 3. So 2y becomes 3 minus 7. 3 minus 7. And 2y will be equal to negative 4. Negative 4. So y becomes negative 2. How? If I divide both sides by the coefficient of y, I'm going to have negative 2. I can check to be sure. If y is negative 2 and x is 7, so 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 7 will be 14. That is this very 2 times 7 here, if x. Then 3 times negative 2 will give us negative 6. Negative 6. So 14 minus 6 obviously is equal to what? 8. And that is exactly what we have here. So you can check. So verify, substitute. Did I check the same sign rule? And my variables are aligned vertically. So don't forget to subscribe. I'll be putting a quiz below this in the comment section. I'm going to tag a quiz. I'm going to add a quiz on the comment section. Click on the quiz to check your level of understanding. And if you have any issue, don't forget to write it down on the comment section. Also, remember to hit the subscribe button. See you in our next masterclass.